Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJK coming at you again with another video, and today we've got one of my favorite brands, Mini GT, just killing it as always. I've got some select vehicles that I've got from various places. The M&J Toys ones are Mio ones from the background there. Those I got from my buddy's SC Diecast. I can't remember where I got all these other ones from, but it's just, I got a bunch of them from some other places. And yeah, anyway. Let's go ahead and we're going to get in. We got one Kaido House. We've got some Lamborghinis that are going to sure to be pretty cool. Some McLarens. We got that AO Racing Rexie there. We've got some pace cars and race cars, and we got this Advan super silhouette Nissan Silvia back there as well. So we've got a little variety of things to look at. I absolutely love Mini GT. They are kind of, they're not, Auto World's still like my love, but, you know, Mini GT, not far behind. I really enjoy a Mini GT. So we're going to start with the Kaido House. So Kaido House, this is a brand new casting. This is the Honda Civic EF Kaido Works version 1. And, you know, there is a chance we could actually pull a chase out of here, which would be interesting. So Kaido House has chases, and they're blind boxed, but I'm pretty sure hobby dealers know where they are in the master case, so I think it's pretty easy for them to pick them out if they needed to. Packaging-wise, this is going to be different than your other Mini GT. It comes in like kind of a nicer box. It's got decent graphic all over it, and then we've got it nestled kind of in a clamshell inside of here. So let's go ahead and get this opened, set it down. The real neat thing about these two is they have like alloy wheels, which is really cool. So metal body, chassis, alloy wheels, opening hood. So it's got more features than like a standard Mini GT. And man, this thing is actually quite sick. I didn't think I was going to really care all that much for this particular casting when it was announced, but man, it's pretty cool. This is probably the coolest like Civic EG, definitely in my collection. So it's got inserted details for the tail, lights, nice crisp graphics back there, nostalgic classics. We got inserted details for headlights. Again, those alloy wheels, which are just really cool. Roll cage in the back, really neat, very detailed in there for the steering wheel and the dash. You know, quite a bit of detail there. And then, of course, this one has an opening hood, which it opens quite nice, actually. And then you've got quite a detailed Honda VTEC in there. So pretty nifty, definitely cool. I like this a lot. Am I going to get a bunch of different variations of this particular casting? Probably not, but I will get any of them that look really cool, and I had to get definitely the first like release of it. These roll, by the way, so well. They got the Kaido House base, kind of signature base. It's got a cutout here too, where you can see whatever that is. Is that like a, what is that? Like the exhaust manifold or into, I don't know what it is. Anyway, there's that. You can see that in there. But really, 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 really primo. Cool. Very awesome. So I really like this one. I think it's quite fantastic. I love a Kaido House. So good stuff. The only argument that people have against this particular stuff is they are larger than 1/64 scale. Pretty much all the castings are bigger than 1/64 scale. This Honda Civic is actually pretty big. So if you care about that, Kaido House is not going to be really your thing. They are slightly bigger than 1/64 scale. And actually in the Civic EG, probably quite a bit bigger than 1/64. But regular Mini GT, we're pretty sure is true 1/64 scale. What should we start with? maybe let's start with the Mio, the background here. These cars. Let's do this one first, sticking with a Honda. So we have a Honda Civic Type R number 3 2023 pace car in blue. I believe they also had this in red, but they didn't have it there at my monthly meet. SC Diecast shows up to my monthly meets, and that's typically when I buy from them. It's kind of nice just because, you know, I get to see them, I hang out for a little bit, pick up some cars, and then you know, I don't have to worry about shipping or any of that, you know. And I didn't, like, order this model, and I don't know if I would have gotten it prior to seeing it. I don't know. So these come, of course, the M&J Toys box. It comes with a box just like this that's got the plastic inside where you could store the vehicle just in case you are new to the brand, which is awesome because you got a storage solution built right into the package, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's kind of the best of both worlds, because then if you're a carded collector, you're going to want to see the car. If you collect cars in the package and you leave them in the package, a box without being able to see the casting is really no fun. So that's where Mio Exclusives comes in, because they release these cars on that exclusive packaging where you can actually see the casting inside the package. So if you're a carded collector, you know, that's what you're going to go with. It makes total sense. If you don't care about that, like me, I just get whatever's available when it's available. So I'm going to open these things anyway. So I don't, you know, and I discard that plastic. I don't keep it. So for me, it doesn't really matter. I can get either one. Anyway, so very detailed model. This is a pace car, 2023 pace car. What is it a pace car for? What was it a pace car for? It doesn't really say on here what type of racing it was. I know that this one's IMSA, the Porsche over there. I don't know what this one would have been a pace car for. It says HPD on the bottom. Someone probably knows and will tell me in the comments down below, but this is a nice looking Civic. You know, I'm not really a Honda guy, but I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. I don't know. Let's set this, I guess, back here for right now. Eventually it will be visible again. Let's grab the next one. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's do another pace car. Let's do the Porsche 911 Turbo S 2023 IMSA Daytona 24 Hours. Well, not pace car, safety car. All right, let's go ahead and cut the packaging open. That's the only other irritating thing about this packaging, is having to get at it with a scissors. This is, it's limited to 5,520, but I do not believe it's a USA exclusive, which means it would also be available in the international type packaging without the blister. Pretty sure. Unless it says USA exclusive, it's going to be available in both packaging forms, from what I understand. So here's this Porsche 911 Turbo S. Very nice. There's the box. We'll set the box back there for now and take a look at the model. And I've got, I think, quite a few of this, actually, of this casting. So I didn't think I was going to pick this one up, but then I've kind of been like picking up everything race car from Mini GT, at least a lot of it. I wish I could just afford to get them all. I just can't. So, but I do get quite a few. And I usually gravitate towards race cars. Now, we don't have a lot of race cars to look at in this particular batch, but still, that's kind of typically what I go for. But, yeah, I mean, this looks really cool. It's neat. It's okay. It's not as cool as like a full-blown race car, but it is pretty neat. It's a safety car, and, you know, I wouldn't mind driving it around a track. I think that would be quite enjoyable. So, really neat. All right, moving on, because we got 12 cars to look at, so we can't really spend a ton of time on each one. We've got this next one, which is a Super Silhouette Nissan S15 Silvia in Advan livery. This is another one, you know, I didn't think I was going to get, but it was there, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get this. Get this Mini GT. I don't even know how many I have in my collection right now, but I know there's a ton. I actually do keep track of these in like a spreadsheet so that I know which ones I have if there's ever a question. which is a nice thing to do, by the way. If you don't do that, it takes a little bit of time, but it is worth it to not have to buy duplicates all the time if you start to forget what you have and what you don't. This casting is awesome from Mini GT. I just wasn't going to get it with the Advan livery, just because I already do, I think, have two different versions of this car. At least I'm pretty sure I do, something like that. But you know what? Why not? Why not get it in this Advan LB Racing, LB Performance livery, which looks pretty darn cool. You've got, of course, everything to expect from Mini GT, right? You got metal base, you got metal body, you got rubber tires. The thing is low to the ground, but it rolls like a dream. And you got inserted details for both headlights, taillights. It's got side mirrors. They just make a really good model at a very good price. So, quite enjoyable indeed. Let's set this one back here then. And set that on its box. And then we'll do the last carded piece here, which this one is a Honda NSX GT3 Evo AlphaTauri 2023 Red Bull Formula Nürburgring Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, this is cool. In Red Bull livery. Very, very neat. And it is the Honda NSX GT3, which I think I've got this casting already somewhere. Pretty sure I do. Unless this is a newer casting, I'm not sure. So this is a race car. Red Bull Formula Nürburgring. And there's the car. Very cool. Very, very neat. Again, you know, all the details you'd want. Taillights, headlights, LED headlights in there. Graphics are crisp and sharp. Lettered tires, metal base, low to the ground. But it rolls quite well. I thought it was messed up for a second, but it's just, I got like a plastic, this is like a plastic sheet, basically, that's over the top, and if I bend it and fold it, it starts to make the car not sit quite flat. And I also, this is this old stainless steel top, is kind of wavy as well, so it's not perfect. But man, does that roll smooth. I mean, just smooth. Pretty cool car. I mean, it's kind of boring, the car itself. I'm not really, the new NSXs, I'm not really that, I don't know. They look cool in person. I don't know in 164 that they really shrink down all that well to look cool. But it's not bad. All right. We'll set that one. Let's do this. Set that one back there. Put it right here. Move these kind of closer together. Not that it matters. We're looking at these one at a time anyway, so yeah, you can't even see them. All right. All right, next. What should we do next? Let's get this one out of the way. This is the Nissan Z Pandem in Ikazuki yellow. And it's the Pandem Nissan Z. So they've done the new Z in straight up standard format. They did it in a, was it a Liberty Walk body kit one? I thought they did. I think it was a Liberty Walk body kit one, and then now they've done it in a Pandem. So that's interesting. So I decided to pick up this model because I thought, why not? It's kind of a new casting-ish. So let's check out the Pandemonium. It looks pretty sharp, actually. I like it more than I thought I would. And I am kind of the guy that, you know, with Mini GT, if there's a car that I'm not super into, I'll still pick up usually one version of the tooling just to have, you know, an example of the actual tooling. I don't know. I think the Liberty Walk one looks cooler. Do I have that one nearby where I can just grab it and show you? I think it's Liberty Walk. Pretty sure it is, and I do have it close by, so... Oops, I think I took my tripod with me here when I rolled away. And of course doesn't tell you on the base. Yeah, it's Liberty Walk. Alright, so here's the Liberty Walk one. And just to compare, the Pandem is definitely wider. Definitely wider. Significantly wider. So much wider fender flares on that one. The Liberty Walk one's just, you got those, that right there, and then the nose. Well, maybe the nose isn't all that different. It's got kind of a more aggressive look up here. Almost kind of G-nose looking. But the Pandem one is definitely wider. Definitely a wider car. Well, they're both pretty cool. I think I prefer this one. But this wide boy ain't that bad either. So, again, just really nice. Really nice details. Cool that they do this. Kind of a smaller difference between the different body kits. And then you can get the regular one as well. So just a non-body kit one, which is also very cool. All right. Next, let's do this BMW. So this is a BMW M3 Competition Touring, and it is an Isle of Man green metallic, which this is going to be an interesting color, I think. So let's just cut the shrink wrap here. Open. Pop open the box. The color is much cooler in person than I've seen in pictures. It's kind of neat. It's like a metallic emerald, and it looks way cooler. I don't know how it's translating on camera, but it looks way cooler in person. I almost didn't get... I wanted an example of this casting, and to be honest, I almost didn't get this because I thought the color was going to be kind of gross. And turns out it's not. It actually looks really nice. The metal flake is actually quite tight on it, so it doesn't look like obnoxiously sparkly. And I think that's maybe what made it hard to translate into like a box art. So it looks really nice, actually. Very, very nice. So check out the detail in the wheels, the detail in the taillights, the detail in the headlights and the grille. And of course, metal body, metal base, and of course it rolls. Pretty good. This one's not the best roller I've ever had from a Mini GT, but it does roll. Brakes are dragging a little bit on that front wheel. But yeah, it's really nice. So BMW logo up there looks pretty good. Pretty good, Chris. You got a little booger right there in the paint job. But nothing too major. Quality control-wise, no brand is perfect. This brand will have issues just like any other. However, I will say that I have literally hundreds of these. I think I've got... I should maybe find out for the next time I feature the brand. But let's do this. Let's get these out of the way. I want you guys to be able to see these other cars. Maybe. I don't know why. Anyway, I've got like hundreds of these. No joke. And I've had very, very few that have had issues. There has been a couple. There's been a couple. Most of them is going to be like minor like that. But very few issues. And that's why I can feel confident and comfortable just getting blind boxes shipped to me. And, being pretty confident that the vehicle that I'm going to pull out of there is going to be in good shape. Because most often it is. All right. Let's go Lambo. We're going to do Lambo and then McLaren. Let's start with the Huracan Stto in Viola. No clue how to pronounce that. None whatsoever. And that's okay. It's a fancy Lamborghini color. And it's purple. I don't know if I've got any other purple Lambos in my collection. This casting's cool. All the Lamborghinis are really cool. They do so many Lamborghinis. One of the best brands to collect, I guess, if you like modern Lamborghinis. Probably going to be Mini GT. I don't think anybody can really touch them. When it comes to modern Lambos, they don't do really any classic Lamborghinis, but I know that there's some that are coming. So that will be a problem of the past. And we'll get some classic Lambos. I know they're going to do the Liberty Walk Countach, which I'm very, very excited for. That should be coming out sometime soon. I really just got to foot the bill and get the Hyundai Envision. I just thought of that now. Hopefully they do a regular release of that. I really hope they do. So that regional exclusive one. But I may just have to bite the bullet and spend the money and get it. Because honestly, it's worth it. Alright, so the color is purple. This has got a Minnesota Vikings feel to it, so, I'm in near Green Bay, Wisconsin, so not the best color scheme for me to be, toting around, but it does look pretty nice. Not bad. I have a couple different versions of this casting, or a couple different colorways of it, and they're all pretty good. The Huracan's just a nice looking Lambo. Not bad. All right. Anyway, yeah, the headlights look great. The taillights look pretty good. If we're gonna point out a little bit, there's something on the paint right here. Oh, and it's coming off. Oh, I know what it is. It's glue from the light. And that will come off. I'm just not going to keep scraping at it with my fingernail. We'll try just a little isopropyl, and I bet you I'll get that right off. All right. Next is the Lamborghini Revuelto in blue Helios. I think that's what that is. Helios blue, something like that. I don't know. How do you pronounce this stuff? How do you pronounce it? I could look it up. You guys don't need to comment it. Try to phonetically spell it in the comments. It's okay. I can look it up. I probably won't, though. I could, but I probably won't. All right. This Lambo, another Lambo, last Lambo of the day. And how sick is it? This is a big boy Lambo. Very cool. It's kind of giving me, God dare I say it, it's kind of giving me Corvette vibes a little bit, right? Just this shape right here, it's kind of giving me like a C8 vibe. Not the back, though. That's Lamborghini all the way. The front, too, when you're looking at Lamborghini all the way. The side profile, though, is kind of like giving me a little bit of a, almost like, it's kind of reminding me of a Ford GT as well. The newer one. Yeah, just from the side. Looks like that. But yeah, kind of C8, a little bit of a C8 vibe to it. It's really Lambo, though. And it does look pretty awesome. Look at those massive hexagonal exhaust ports. Those are crazy. So, kind of cool. Not my favorite looking Lambo. I will tell you that. I will probably get this in another color. Surely I'll get it in a different color eventually. But this blue for now, it's pretty. It's a pretty blue. You can look at that detail up here too. Check that out. V12. I mean, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, so I like that. Not bad. Big Lambo. All right, what should we look at next? I'm saving this boy for last because I just that one I know is going to look pretty darn cool, and it's an IMSA model, which is really awesome. This is another race car. Let's start with the McLaren. This is the McLaren 750S in Amaranth Red. This one's almost open for me. Amaranth Red. I think I pronounced that correct. Open this buddy up. Check it out. Ooh, that is a cool color. That looks a lot nicer. And so, Mini GT does this thing where they put like this picture of the car on the side of the box, and it really doesn't do the paint colors justice, the car justice at all on the side of the box. It's okay, it's just a box, it's a package for the car. You get the idea of what's in there, that's really all you need to know. But it just doesn't do justice to when you get some of these cars in these colors like in front of you. This thing is like just a gorgeous color red. It's a nice deep metal flake red. Details on the back are quite fantastic with that carbon fiber weave in there and the McLaren logo up front. Just a really cool looking car. Yeah, I don't mind this one at all. I think this is really nice. So, digging this McLaren. This is quite good, in my opinion. This is quite good. And I think it looks just really good. Look at the carbon fiber, all that. It's a classy looking, like, hypercar, supercar, whatever. All right, and then McLaren 750S Spider version in Mantis green. Open this one up. Our last two cars of the day are going to be green. So let's check out the Spider version of this official McLaren product. Pretty cool. Not as cool, though. The color is not as cool as that red one, as that Amaranth Red. It looks pretty cool as a Spider, though. These little pillars up at the top kind of look a little goofy. Kind of see a little bit more kind of detail at the front of the car there. It's pretty cool. The rims are interesting. That's kind of an interesting look. Don't know if I really like it all that much. It's interesting, though. Definitely digging this one more, though. Definitely digging it. I'll take the car with a roof on it. But yeah, both of these models are pretty nice and pretty darn neat. All right, and then finally, we're almost at 30 minutes here, so it's a boot time. We'll go ahead and that's where that one's going to fit in. Actually, we'll put it right there. All right, so the Porsche 911 GT3R number 80, 2023 IMSA Sebring 12 hours GTD AO Racing. So, really cool model. This model is extremely popular right now. Sparky has put one out. There's some, what was the brand that did it? Time Micro counterfeited it, which I did a video on. I just haven't posted it yet, or maybe I did by now. I don't know, depending on the timing of this post. Hot Wheels Car Culture put it out. So, yeah, I mean, this is a popular Porsche. Right now, it's kind of hot. So let's get it out. Oh man, it does look so good, so much better. I've got this Time Micro one, and I can't show it in this video because I don't have it anywhere close to me, and it's just BS. This one is so sick. Oh man, that looks so fantastic. Like they didn't, like this is an actual like tooling of the car. It's not like they slapped this on a 911, this livery on a 911 tooling that they already had, right? This is so absolutely 100% cool. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. Man, and it it rolls like super smooth. Yeah, this thing is, I get it. It's really neat. Very, very cool. Very awesome looking Porsche. So, yeah, hard not to really, really like this one. I like all the IMSA stuff is really awesome. All the race cars that Mini GT does as a whole are really, really good and cool. So I quite enjoy them quite a bit. And I kind of like, I've been turning my, like I have a Carney case, and one of these days I'll probably show it to you. But as I get new Mini GTs, I'm trying to have the Carney case filled with only race cars, essentially. Nothing else but Mini GT race cars. And I don't have enough to fill it yet. I mean, there's enough out there I could go start a spending spree and definitely fill it pretty fast. But there's a lot I don't have. So I'm doing everything rally cars, all sorts of stuff that they put out, anything racing. I've been putting it in that Carney case, and it's getting there. One day when it's full, maybe we'll take a look at it. But this car is going in there. Definitely that Honda NSX will be going in there. And for right now, I've been putting like that pace car and the safety car. Those will go in there as well. But this is, yeah, this is a sick model. So I love it. I do. It's really good. All right, so that's definitely my favorite of the episode. Just no brainer for me. Second favorite, probably the Kaido. The Kaido one. So we really bookended the episode here today. And then if I had to pick a third favorite, it's probably this McLaren. I think this thing just looks fantastic. All right, you guys, thank you very much for watching a nice long Mini GT episode. Again, totally dig the brand, and I get these in like chunks of 10 or 12, and it's fun to just crack them all and take a look at them on camera and talk about them for a moment and share the love of Diecast with you guys. All right, thank you guys very much, and have yourself a good day.